Liechtenstein is a super tiny country between Switzerland and Austria in Europe. We're talking about a place so small that you could drive across it in less time than it takes to finish a good movie. It's only about 160 square kilometers, making it one of the smallest countries on the planet. Liechtenstein packs quite a punch regarding wealth and well-being despite its size. You might hear about it infrequently because it's a minor player on the global stage, but it could be doing better. Its per capita income is way above average, and the people there live the good life with high levels of well-being. Let's explore this fascinating country more, discovering the hidden wonders of Liechtenstein. Now let's talk about how this place is run. Liechtenstein is a constitutional monarchy, which means they have a prince and democratic principles in place. So even though there's a prince, he's not some all-powerful ruler. Nope, he's accountable to the people, and if they're not happy with him, they can give him the boot. Villages are surrounded by stunning nature, and instead of skyscrapers, you've got some of the fanciest cars parked in front of village houses. That's what life is like in Liechtenstein. While in many countries, the capital city is where you find a big chunk of the population, in Liechtenstein, things are different. Most people prefer the laid-back village life over the city, hustle and bustle. So, Liechtenstein, the tiny but mighty country we discussed, has some impressive stats. First off, when it comes to reading and writing, they're rocking a solid 100% literacy rate. That means everyone in the country knows how to read and write, which is impressive. Life in Liechtenstein is good. It's like living in a stress-free paradise with no wars or chaos to worry about. Women there live it until they're around 85 years old, enjoying the peace and tranquility. Meanwhile, the men are just a little behind, with an average life expectancy of about 79 years. That's an excellent time to enjoy the beautiful scenery and laid-back lifestyle. One of the things that makes Liechtenstein stand out is its neutrality during World War II. While other countries were dealing with the aftermath of war and trying to pick up the pieces, Liechtenstein kept chugging along, focusing on development and progress. A quirky gem in the heart of Europe. If you look at the map, you'll see that some impressive neighbors surround Liechtenstein. To the west, you've got Switzerland, home to the famous city of Zurich, known as one of the world's most livable cities. It's just a short drive from Liechtenstein, about an hour and 40 minutes. So, if you ever find yourself craving a change of scenery, hopping over to Zurich is a breeze. Plus, it's safe and easy to travel there, making it a perfect day trip option. While Liechtenstein is geographically located in Europe, it's not part of the European Union. Instead, it's part of the Schengen area and countries like Switzerland, Norway, and Iceland. What does that mean for travelers? If you've got a Schengen visa, exploring Liechtenstein is a piece of cake, even if you are planning a quick visit. So, what does Liechtenstein have to offer in terms of attractions? If you're into mountaineering or winter sports, you're lucky because this country is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. But you might be disappointed if you're looking for traditional tourist hotspots. There are only a few flashy attractions here, but one spot that does draw a crowd is Vaduz Castle, where the Prince of Liechtenstein resides. It's an excellent place to visit and soak in some history. Here's where things get tricky for travelers from outside of Europe. Getting into Liechtenstein isn't just about packing your bags and hopping on a plane. A visa requirement can throw a wrench in your travel plans if you need to prepare. With careful planning and proper paperwork, you'll be exploring the charming villages and stunning landscapes of Liechtenstein in no time. It might not have the glitz and glamour of some other European destinations, but what it lacks in flashy attractions, it more than makes up for in natural beauty and laid-back charm. So, Liechtenstein has covered whether you're itching to hit the slopes or soaking in the scenery. A small nation with big success. Well, Liechtenstein is one of those rare gems that do not have an airport. Despite all its wealth and wonders, this little country doesn't have an airport. So, if you're planning a visit, you'll have to hit the road to get there. Now, let's talk about the capital city, Vaduz. It's a quaint little town covering just 17 square kilometers with around 6,000 people. It's so tiny that you can explore the entire city on foot. No need for public transportation or car rentals here. You could drive from one end of the city to another in about an hour. Regarding language and currency, Liechtenstein keeps things straightforward. German is the official language spoken here, and they use the Swiss franc as their currency. So, if you're planning a visit, brush up on your German and have some Swiss francs handy. Did you know Liechtenstein struggled to stay afloat just a few decades ago? Back in the day, the country was facing bankruptcy, and its leaders had to get creative to turn things around. They ended up selling off artifacts inherited from the Holy Roman Empire to save the day. And speaking of riches, Liechtenstein is now giving Monaco a run for its money in the wealth department. With a per capita income of $170,000, it's no wonder this tiny country is turning heads. Liechtenstein only owes a single penny in external debt despite all that wealth. So how did Liechtenstein pull off this economic miracle? Well, they've become a significant player in investment and finance. Much like Switzerland and Luxembourg, Liechtenstein has become a haven for the wealth of wealthy companies and individuals. And with all that money pouring in, the country has become an industrial powerhouse, churning out everything from dental prostheses to automobile parts. Despite all its wealth and success, Liechtenstein still remembers its people. With meager taxes and top-notch education and healthcare systems, it's no wonder the unemployment rate is less than 1%. Liechtenstein is such an employment powerhouse that more jobs are available than people to fill them. Life in Liechtenstein. As you stroll through the streets of Vaduz, you'll notice that things are slightly different here. Sure, offices and shops are lining the streets, but you won't find city life's usual hustle and bustle. And if you want to strike up a conversation with the locals, you better brush up on your German. English is less widely spoken, especially among the older crowd. When it comes to housing, unlike other places, you won't find many towering apartment buildings here. Most homes in Liechtenstein are cozy 2- or 3-story houses nestled among forests and trees. And these houses are something else. With their stylish architecture and vibrant colors, you can tell that the people here know something about luxury. Speaking of luxury, let's remember the Parliament building. This is where all the big decisions are made, and let me tell you, there's plenty of wealth and power in this country. The current head of state, Prince Hans Adam II, is a billionaire in his own right and wields significant political clout. He can even dissolve parliament if he feels like it. Now, as you venture into the heart of Vaduz, you'll come across colorful shops, cozy cafes, and charming hotels. But fair warning, shopping here can be a bit pricey, so be prepared to splurge if you want to take home a souvenir or two. And let's remember the flag. With its horizontal stripes of red and blue and a golden yellow crown, it's a symbol of Liechtenstein's princely status. The flag got a makeover in 1936 when it was mistaken for Haiti's flag. That's when they added the crown to set it apart. Liechtenstein is not exactly a tourist hotspot. With only around 35 hotels in the country, accommodations are scarce. Live music venues are few and far between, so if you're looking for a night out on the town, you might be out of luck. Liechtenstein may be tiny, but it has natural beauty and charm. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like waking up to birds chirping and fresh mountain air. It may not be the most glamorous destination, but it's got its unique charm. If you enjoyed learning about this peaceful haven, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into unique destinations worldwide. See you next time.